Kalalala Wadlaya Basham Shai Basham Kakadash. The belongings to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I will and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of the earth. Wishing this will in truth and in sincerity. Brother Martizak and Shalom. I think I'm going to title this one Grasping at Straws. Because it's engineered, they engineered the society to a point where you're going to expire, sooner than you think. They engineer everything. They introduce it to drugs. They introduce it to not just it is all drugs, but even the ones they say supposed to help have severe side effects. All this in hopes to bring in their agenda because they assume that the kingdom would go on forever. You know what I mean? See, that's on to the article and some scriptures afterwards, as per usual. You know what I mean? So further delay, there is a article from fortune.com. Right, it says Americans aren't living as long as other high-income countries for a surprising reason. 5 major initiatives could help. Right, it says earlier this year, the annual World Happiness Report found that the US dropped out of the top 20 ranking of happiest countries for the first time in the list history. Today, another report underscores how the US is falling short in health and well-being outcomes compared to other high-income countries. Now, the US is, the US have the how do I say it? The Kill Bates, all these so-called great minds who all have the same agenda. Decrease the number of people on the earth and rule. We all know about the Georgia Gms.S.O.T.E, the first commandment, maintain humanity under 500 million. We well over that. We way over that already. Right? It says in the report from the Bloomberg American Health Initiative at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, researchers highlight a widening gap between life expectancy in the US as compared to the UK. Let's say on average, life expectancy is 78.6 years in the US compared to 81.3 years in England and Wales. The life expectancy gap of the two regions, 2.7 years overall, is even larger for men, 3.4 years as compared to women, 1.9 years. Let's say in 1984, people in both countries lived to 75 on average, and 1984, so okay. It says, and the report points to key similarities of the high-income regions across economics, aging populations, immigrant communities, and declining smoking rates. However, in 2019, the UK led in life expectancy by 2.5 years compared to the US. In the latest 2023 data analyzed from the US National Center for Health Statistics and the UK Office for National Statistics, the gap grew wider as the US life expectancy went down by a portion of a year and the UK life expectancy went up. Now, the thing about it is they have very similar cultures, very different cultures as well. They're all Edomites generally, you know what I mean? They appear to be all Edomites nevertheless, you know what I mean? But what I'm getting at is, all right, look at the let me say the, just for reference, they have in the US, they don't have that in the UK. You understand? They're very strict on that. That is why you find like the culture over there is to walk with knives. But if they find you with a knife, is a big charge as well, but not as bad as a gun. You understand? They're very strict about having firearms over there. You know what I mean? At least from what rap culture promotes, I must say. From their rap culture, it's all about like the UK drill or whatever madnesses we singing these days. You find them all talking about stabbings and, you know what I mean? That's how their violence is, whereas in the US is bullets like rain. That is one aspect of it. I mean, the dietary consumption. I mean, I think the US is number one for obesity in the world, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because a head of broccoli is cheaper than a burger, drink, and fries. Slacker is more expensive than a burger, drink, and fries, you know? And with the value and the dollar and so on and so forth, the margin is only going to widen. And basically what I'm saying is to live healthy is way more expensive and just to live unhealthy, especially if you have a family. You understand? Because you have to feed your children, your wife, whatever the case may be, you have to feed yourself. You understand? Men with families they will opt out. Right? They'll eat McDonald's today, they'll eat Wendy's tomorrow, they'll eat, you know what I mean, fast food because why it's cheaper. You can get about two burgers, two drinks, two fries for about $10 probably, you know? Whereas a head of broccoli is about $7, $8. And this was information I gathered from years back, so I have no recent information on the pricing. This was years ago. You understand? Before the devaluation of the dollar was as bad as it is today. All right. So the gap has widened. So obviously, if eating healthier is more expensive, majority of the population going to opt to eat the shit. And then when you think about what they put in it during the processing stages of it, why you feel it's called fast food? They put enzymes, they put chemicals, they put all kind of stuff in it. The food is grown fast, the food is cooked fast. The only thing you do is digest fast. You know what I mean? It stay in your system long, just poison your body slowly but surely. You know? That does play a major part in the outcome in the long run, in the elderly years. All the elders and apostles so stringent about men walking, drinking more water, stay away from sugars. The letter I say, but here eat rice and how much is about 7, 8 years or something. So you say he stopped eat rice and never felt better. You understand? And rice is one of the main staples in over 90% of the world. You understand? And he said, I stopped eating rice years now and I never been better. That's just to show you. Things not built to sustain a long life, a healthy life, so to speak. All right, moving on. It says researchers explain that preventable causes including cardiovascular disease, drug overdose, firearm-related homicide and suicide, you see, and car accidents have contributed to the widening gap in the US and led to more younger people dying. The C19 and cancer deaths are also contributing factor per the report right now. As concerning that, not even just no time. Before I read this article, I was scrolling through some news pages and amongst the article where it say that the title of the article was that the pressure in the job makers, you know what I mean, to release documents which will show that it was depopulation thing. The jobs was for depopulation purposes. You understand? I was say grasping at straws. You understand? Less people it have is less people for them to control or less people to oppose them more or less. Because why? They think the kingdom should go on forever, would go on forever. You understand? So they engineer the society, they engineer the food, they engineer the everything you consume. I'm not talking about food, I'm not talking about TV shows, the schooling system, the music, the culture, the clothes, everything they engineer to crash you at an early age, to write you off, as we just say, at an early age. Right? It says Dr. Johnson M. Shafstein, Director of Baha'i, and Vice Dean for Public Health Practice and Community Engagement at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, tells Fortune that what's most alarming is how firearm-related homicide and suicide rates are 485.9 times higher for people under the age of 25 in the US compared to the United Kingdom. And drug overdoses rates 4.5 times higher in the US for people under the age of 25. The most surprising finding was that preventable explain the gap in life expectancy, saying Shafstein. It's not so much what we are doing wrong. It's not so much what we are doing wrong, but rather we need to use the evidence. We do have to scale effective public health interventions from reducing opioid use disorder to youth suicide prevention to reverse the life expectancy gap and improve population health. Yeah, that is talk because when Kilbeats was in 2016 when he was given elected to Africa University, he was saying if they do well in healthcare, they could decrease the world population by about 16%. So yeah, I know the BS, right? Um, yeah, we won't go down to the preventative measures because the point of the video was just to show you that hey, they're dying out. Even the Rothschilds and them dying out who thought they was what? They was invincible. You know what I mean? I think another one died just recently. Alright. So we get into some scriptures. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go into the definition of the title of the video because I think I have it somewhere in Google. Here, yeah, look, I have it pulled up here already. It says grasping at straws is an one moment. Oh, right, it says grasping at straws is an idiom that means to try to improve a difficult situation with methods that are unlikely to work. Right? It's a, to be willing to try anything to improve a difficult or unsatisfactory situation, even if it has little chance of success. And after I did skim through the article, that's the first thing that come to mind. I say, wait, these people, and look at what's going on. The society in shambles, but yet they funding war on the next side of the world. You understand? The dollar going down, where they're selling billions and trillions to our country. You understand? To fight a war. Nevertheless, so we got a couple of scriptures, as we ought to, right? This I will start in Second Ezra. According to letter, we be living in the time of Second Ezra 15 and 16, more so 16. Yeah, and and that's right, that's correct. So in Second Ezra 16 and 21, this one will come out real often because it's true. This is exactly the time we're living in. It says, behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon it. Sword, famine, and great confusion. You understand? The thing about this precept is, what you're talking about is victuals. Things will be so cheap. It's easy to get a car now. It's easy to get this. It's easy to get that. You know what I mean? Everything at your fingertips. You could order $50 worth of food and it's a feast. But is the quality of the food? Everything is saturated fat, high sugar, so on and so forth. And you ain't going to feel it today or tomorrow. But as your body, your body gets older, as your body ages, you know what I mean? That shit gonna go catch up with you. Slowly but surely it will catch up with you. You understand? How you say, well, evils, then shall evils grow upon it? Because it's nothing good. The food are good, the rulership not good, the people not good. There's no good. You understand? Sword, famine, and what great confusion. Because you want to know, but I gymming, I drinking thing. I doing everything I had to do. How I could have a heart attack? Yeah, I can remember 3 years ago all I was drinking was Monster and caffeine and high energy this to get up. So yeah, Yeah, study that part. Yeah, study this. Like these things like the whey protein, whatever the case may be. Some of them come from things we're not supposed to be eating. You understand? Things we're not supposed to be putting into our bodies. And then you want to know, but we I exercising 3 to 5 days a week in the gym, I going hard, drinking more protein, this and the other thing, eating chicken breast and thing. Yeah, but where the chickens have? They injecting the chickens so they go grow faster as GMO. It's not natural chicken breast eating like natural chicken. So that's why I say the grass from natural because the engineering it, the engineering society, the engineered, not even engineering no more, the engineered the system in a way that they will always be in control. But as Revelation say, woe unto the youth and them that dwell therein. Devil is come down unto you having great wrath because you know you have a short time. Just paraphrasing. Alright? That way it's a great confusion. So I go to First Thessalonians. Yeah, so like here, First Thessalonians 5 and 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as shall veil upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah, because they're going to tell the masses, just eat this, drink this. You have the best healthcare systems in the thing and whatever, and wow. Yeah, people are dying. People killing themselves. Nobody wants to be under holy rule. You understand? What is a kingdom if it don't have people? What you ruling? Walls? Land with no people in it? You know? Either way, the kingdom is going to fall. Either way. Either way. You understand? Nobody wants to be there. Yeah? And the ones who believe in the system, you understand, according to Isaiah 30 and 31, right? They're going to fall alongside with it. Them that believe in Egypt, they're going to fall along with Egypt. Yeah? I'm going to bring out the scripture that was plaguing my mind while I was reading this. There is the book of Psalms 49 and 11. It says, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Right? It says, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, yeah. They tell themselves they rule, the kingdom will last forever. Alright? That's the inward thought, the thing that is by the engineer, as I was saying since the beginning, society in a way that, you know what I mean, they will be in control forever. Alright? Remember my last precept and I'll close out. There's Psalms 145 and 10. It says, all thy works shall praise thee, O Yahweh, and thy saints shall bless thee. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom and talk of thy power, to make known to the sons of men his mighty acts and to the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Thy kingdom, you understand, his kingdom, not this one, his own, is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endured throughout all generations. His dominion endured, not the Edomites. Yeah? So they could grasp at straws all they want, they could engineer whatever they want, they could, you know what I mean, fool the masses. But according to 1 Thessalonians 5, as you read on down, be not in the darkness when you light. Yeah? So that I hope it was edifying to the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Bashem Mukakadash. Until next time, Shalom.